What if I told you that your doctor's advice could be the opposite of what your body requires? You cannot afford to these health mistakes, especially after 50. Scientific evidence shows that most physicians lack nutrition education. I have spent the last 10 years researching alternative nutrition and health remedies, and I have seen people improve their health by avoiding these five critical mistakes. Today, I will show you exactly what they are and the solutions that work. Pay particular attention to mistake number four. It shocked even me. Before we start, let me ask you something. Have you ever followed expert health advice to the letter only to feel worse? You're not alone. The problem isn't you. It's that modern medicine excels at treating symptoms but often misses the root causes. I'm not here to bash doctors. They're trained to match conditions with medications. But what if there's another way? Is there a more effective method to tackle the causes of your fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, and other issues that seem to worsen as you age? Mistake. Number one, trusting the wrong experts. The first mistake is getting your health advice from the wrong sources. Here's a shocking truth. The average doctor receives less than 24 hours of nutrition education during their entire medical training. That's less time than most weekend cooking courses. Medical schools focus on pharmacology and disease management, not prevention through nutrition. That's why when you present with symptoms, you often leave with a prescription rather than a lifestyle plan. Allow me to share Sarah's story. At 58, she was taking six different medications for various issues. Her doctors kept adding more as new symptoms appeared. When she came to me, we looked at the root causes: nutrient deficiencies, chronic inflammation, and gut imbalances. 6 months later, she was down to just one medication and feeling better than she had in decades. Here's what I recommend instead: seek advice from professionals who specialize in functional medicine and have a track record of results. Check their patient testimonials. Most importantly, you should trust your body. If a treatment creates more problems than it solves, that's a red flag. Mistake number two: chronic stress and environment. The second critical mistake is underestimating how your environment affects your biology. Studies show chronic stress increases your biological age by up to 3.6 years. Let that sink in. Stress ages you faster on a cellular level. I discovered the phenomenon when I moved from the city to a more natural setting. My inflammation markers declined by 40% in just 3 months, with no other changes to my routine or diet. But here's what most people don't realize: it's not just psychological stress. Your physical environment, the air you breathe, the light you get, and the chemicals in your home all create biological stress responses. Take Michael, age 62. Despite practicing meditation and stress management, Michael's cortisol levels were significantly elevated. We discovered his apartment had hidden mold. After remediation and spending just 45 minutes daily in nature, his markers normalized within weeks. To rid yourself of this condition, create environmental medicine. Spend at least 20 minutes daily in nature, real nature, not just the park with your phone. Consider air purifiers for your home. Most importantly, exercise in a way that flushes stress hormones rather than creates more. Which brings us to mistake number three: critical nutrient deficiencies. The third mistake is the most actionable of all: ignoring the three nutrients your body desperately needs after age 50. First, vitamin D3. This nutrient isn't just a vitamin, it's a hormone that influences over 2,000 genes in your body. That's 10% of your entire genome. Yet, here's the shocking part: almost 80% of Americans are deficient, and the standard recommendations are nowhere near therapeutic levels. Clinical trials are using doses ranging from 10,000 to 50,000 international units of vitamin D3 daily to treat autoimmune conditions, with remarkable results. Vitamin D, however, does not work alone. It requires two critical partners: Magnesium and zinc. Magnesium is involved in over 600 enzymatic reactions in your body. Your body uses magnesium for everything from energy production to DNA repair. Yet modern farming has depleted our soil so severely that getting enough magnesium from food alone is nearly impossible. And then there is zinc, a trace mineral essential for immune function and testosterone production, both of which naturally diminish after age 50. The description includes affiliate links to 3 nutrients I trust, have used, and recommended. Using my affiliate link to purchase any of these 3 supplements benefits this channel at no cost to you. However, there exists an opposing perspective. Mistake number 4: consuming toxic nutrients. The fourth mistake might be the most dangerous: consuming too much of 2 particular nutrients that become toxic as we age. First, calcium. Despite what the dairy industry tells you, excess calcium without sufficient magnesium becomes a serious health risk after 50. It calcifies soft tissues, including your arteries and joints. These are actual scans from patients with arterial calcification. This phenomenon doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of decades of calcium overconsumption without the balancing effect of magnesium. But there is an even more dangerous mineral, iron. Your body has almost no mechanism to eliminate excess iron. At most, you lose about 1 milligram per day. Yet many multivitamins contain 18 milligrams or more. Excess iron acts like rust in your body, creating oxidative damage to tissues and organs. This is why regular blood donation is associated with lower heart disease risk. It removes iron. Think of it like rusted metal. You wouldn't want this happening inside your body, yet that's what excess iron does over time. What would be the solution? Avoid supplements containing iron unless you have a diagnosed deficiency. And if you're over 50, consider checking your ferritin levels, not just standard iron tests. Mistake number 5: microbiome destruction. The fifth critical mistake has the longest lasting consequences: damaging your gut microbiome. Your gut contains trillions of microorganisms that aren't just passengers, they're essentially organs. They produce neurotransmitters that affect your mood, regulate your immune system, and influence everything from your weight to your cognitive function. Yet we consistently destroy them with antibiotics, processed foods, and stress. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. Once you damage your microbiome with antibiotics, it never fully recovers to its original state. The diversity is permanently reduced. A study from the University of Copenhagen showed that even a single course of antibiotics may alter your gut bacteria for up to 2 years. To remedy this loss, consume fermented foods daily. Not just yogurt, expand to kimchi, sauerkraut, and kefir. These foods contain living organisms that help restore diversity. And if you've taken antibiotics in the past 5 years, a high-quality probiotic isn't optional, it's essential. Bonus insight: protein and frequency. Before we wrap the subject up, allow me to share a bonus insight that most health videos miss entirely. It's not just what you eat, but when and how often. Every time you eat anything, you trigger an insulin response. If you're snacking throughout the day, you're keeping insulin chronically elevated. This drives inflammation, fat storage, and accelerated aging. The solution is surprisingly simple: condense your eating window. Even reducing your meals from 6 to 2 or 3 more substantial ones can dramatically improve your insulin sensitivity. Furthermore, eat plenty of protein. Protein requirements increase rather than decrease as we age. However, the majority of people do the exact opposite. High-quality protein sources like grass-fed meats, eggs, and marine protein don't just build muscle. They provide the raw materials your body needs for cellular repair. These 5 critical health mistakes accelerate aging, especially after 50. 1. Getting advice from the wrong experts. 2. Ignoring environmental and chronic stress. 3. Missing the 3 essential nutrients: vitamin D, 3, magnesium, and zinc. 4. Consuming too much calcium and iron. 5. Destroying your microbiome. But knowledge without action changes nothing. Start by implementing just one of these solutions this week, then add another next week. Your health is created, not given, and it's never too late to start. If you found this video helpful, I recommend you watch the video that just popped up on your screen for more evidence-based nutrition advice for chronic disease prevention and healthy aging. Leave a comment below sharing which of these dietary changes you plan to implement first. Thank you for watching, and as always, I wish you great health, wellness, and happiness.